When this story first broke back in February, I didn't do one video about it. I think I might have talked about it in a podcast, and I barely touched on it then. Reason being because I wanted to see how this story was going to end up. In some way in the back of my mind, I naively told myself that they would find this guy alive. But after weeks had went past and they started to bury the story, I knew that the odds of him being found alive were very slim to none. Well, today it has come out that they have found Timothy Cunningham's body in a river in Atlanta. Mind you, he's been missing since February 12th. It is now April 6th. They found his body on April 5th in a river. If anybody believes that this man committed suicide and just dumped his body in a river, you are sadly mistaken and very naive. Now, this story sounds similar to that New York judge. Remember, she was a black judge who held a very high position in that court. And I think she was one of the first ones to do it. And they found her body in a river, face down. And they said she committed suicide. Now you have this guy who worked for the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. Almost the same scenario. Now, the original story that they gave out was that he was denied this promotion. Now, if you, okay, let me before I stop get ahead of myself. They used that story and said he was denied a promotion and said he committed suicide, I guess because he was distraught and he probably wanted that promotion real bad, thus leading him to want to end his life. They quickly went with the route of committing suicide because when you commit suicide, there's really nothing to investigate except little minor things. It's what you call an open and shut case. They don't have to do anything. Well, it came out today. Well, let me tell you, it's actually April 6th now that I'm recording this video. It came out yesterday, I should say, April 5th, that the Atlanta PD or whoever was handling this case lied. He did receive a promotion. Now you got to wonder, why would anybody want to kill themselves after receiving a promotion? This also reminds me of Sandra Bland. Remember when she didn't get a promotion, she just got a new job working at her alma mater, and she just was starting to move there, I believe in Texas. She got pulled over, got manhandled by that cop, in jail. Next thing you know, she's dead, and they said she hung herself with a trash bag and said she committed suicide. I just knew that story was utterly ridiculous, and they did it because they wanted it to be an open and shut case. And they pretty much got what they wanted because they ran with that narrative that she killed herself. So do they expect us to really believe that this man killed himself and he had received a promotion? Why would anyone want to end their life and they're about to get a new position, which means they're going to get more money? And you worked hard for that. What it was is this guy worked for the Center for Disease Control and he knew some information that he was getting ready to expose, and they had to shut him up. Now, I was actually reading some of the tweets that were in reply to a thread that I wrote, and one person actually made a good point. Because right now, everything is just speculation. One person said, what if they poisoned him to clear all the toxins out of his body, make it look like an accident, and then thus make it look like a suicide? Keep his body hidden for a few months till they did what they needed to do to create this phony investigation, make it look like an accident, or then make it look like a suicide. I said, that's an interesting way of looking at it. Either way, suicide should be off the table the minute we found out this man got a promotion. That means it took that whole, oh, he was denied a promotion, so he ended his life thing off the table. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was his dad that came out and confirmed that he got a promotion because he most likely told his parents that he got a promotion. Because they were one of the first ones they talked to after their son went missing. I believe that this man was about to expose some things about that flu vaccine. That's why a lot of people are very weary about that flu vaccine. And it's not like a lot of people don't know about it. Whether he says something or not, a lot of people are aware that that flu vaccine has some serious side effects and flaws and drawbacks and all of the negative things that you could think of. I remember when I went to the doctor to get a physical, and they said I was up for a flu shot. Did I want to take it? I was like, nope. At least they had the decency to ask and say, yeah, well, sir, you have to take the flu shot today, and you're not leaving until you take it. We'll even strap you down to the table if we have to, but you're going to get it. Nope, at least they give you the option. And I think a lot of those doctors know that their patients know that it's something wrong with that flu vaccine. That's why some of them, when they tell you about it and you say no, they kind of give you a look like, maybe he knows something. Or maybe she knows something. Maybe they know something. But this guy was prepared to reveal something to us about something he knew that they didn't want to get out. And now he's dead. That was to keep him quiet. This also happens to a lot of those holistic doctors. You know how it seems like once a year we get a block or sector of those holistic doctors dying. The ones that say we can cure cancer or heal you just by natural sources, such as the food that you eat. They do that because those pharmaceutical companies will lose billions of dollars, and they're billion-dollar companies, and they need to keep those pills being pushed out and purchased by the people, whether they got insurance or not, in order to quote unquote seemingly get them well, when 9 times out of 10 it keeps making them sicker. They just don't tell them that. And see, if people go through a natural way of healing, they can't make any money. So they have to get rid of them some way, somehow. That's another reason why this plague is flourishing. They need people to use it. Mostly the colonizer, but they need a group of people to use it. And since the colonizer is a quote unquote majority, and I'm using that loosely, in the establishment, it works well in their favor. I don't think they'll really get much out of it if it was a quote unquote minority doing it. They need the quote unquote majority to make money. That's why they don't give a damn if they overdose and die. At the end of the day, they still got paid. But before I end this video, let me offer my condolences to the family and friends and loved ones of this man. I think in the back of their mind, like I was, they were naive to believe that this man would still be alive. But a lot of people like to hold out hope that their loved one doesn't die, especially in these situations. I mean, I can only imagine what the family is going through, having to find out that their son was found dead in a river. And then for them to insult their intelligence and mine and yours to say that he committed suicide after being promoted, or quote unquote, in their words, being denied a promotion. First off, even if he was denied a promotion, that's not enough to kill yourself. To me, it isn't. If you are of strong sound in mind, that's not enough for me to kill myself. I mean, we face rejection every day. That's just not in our nature to do. But some tells me mainstream media is going to keep on running with the whole he committed suicide thing angle and expect us to just believe that. That's why we need our own media. That way we can tell the stories the right way, in our way. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments.